Good afternoon and a very warm welcome indeed. Nice and easy, does it? Got a big day of betting ahead for you on Saturday. Saturday, of course, is the 24th of February. This is Peter Sandrovich with you. Welcome to my abode. This is my office, and thanks very much for being with me and sharing the Friday afternoon Saturday sizzler. I've got 5 horses for you running on Saturday. One of them's at Fairyhouse on a horse in Ireland, around about 8 to 1. I've got one at Chelmsford on a horse again, somewhere around 7 or 8 to 1. That's an each way bet, as is the Irish bet. I've got a straight win bet, which is very rare for me, but I'm going straight win on a horse at Chepstow that I think's got the makings of a real top class horse, and that one's straight on the nose to win. And then to finish it off, I've got a 10 to 1 chance running at Chelmsford as well, and also about an 8 to 1 chance running at Kempton. So 7, 7, 8, 10, and a straight win bet makes 5, a nap hand, and I'm going to call it my Saturday sizzler. Well, I hope you're keeping well, and many thanks for making a date with me on my channel, which is Peter's Racing Tips, and it's free to air daily, usually broadcasting on or before 6 a.m. nightly for the following day's racing. Many thanks for all the new subscribers, around about 50 new subscribers already coming through to the channel, and great to have you on board. What you'll do is you pick it up as you go along. Our average price selection on here is around about 7, 8 or 10 to 1, and the same applies for Saturday's bets. A couple at 7s, couple at one at 8s and one at 10s, and then a shorter one at around 11 to 4, but not that short. So I don't go in for the either money 5 to 4s, 6 to 4 malarkey. You're backing big price horses here. They can't all win, but the majority of horses do run really well, and obviously a lot of winners. 40% of my horses win or place, and at 7 to 1 average price, that's enough profit to see you healthy, that's for sure. So with no more ado, I'm going to get straight into it, because we've got quite a lot to get through, and this could end up like the Charlton Heston script in Ben-Hur, that long, if I don't foreshorten it just a little bit. But in between, the horses, just going to have a bit of a quip with you and a little bit of a chat about things and whatnot, because that's what it's all about as well, camaraderie and sharing time, and you getting to know me and me getting to know what you like. And I know what you like, because around about 20% of the people who follow my tips and follow my videos press the like button. 20%, and that's an overall huge response. So if you do like my videos and you like my content and you like the way things are going on my channel, just answer me and talk to me, put a thumbs up, and great, it'll be great to certainly look at the percentages again. Just having a quick look at actually today's message. 251 people put a thumbs up, which means give it the yes, they like it, and that's what it's all about, enjoyment, out of around about 1,1400 views, so around about 20%, and overall I think that's probably as good as it gets in the business. Not everyone does thumbs up or thumbs down, and not everyone can be bothered with it, so it's great that you take the time and trouble to do that. I don't get nothing for that, I just get to know that you're enjoying it, and that means a lot to me, obviously, because it's all about entertainment as well as profit and loss and all that. It is about entertainment, and hopefully obviously it's more fun when you're winning. The late Sir Robert Sangster, that's why I had a good chat with Robert about that a long time ago. And it's more fun when we're winning, we said. Right, anyway, number 2. Let's see if this can win. It's in the 240 at Fairyhouse. It's the first of the 5 horses which make my Saturday sizzler. And that's something to look forward every week as we build up to Cheltenham. We build up to Cheltenham, and I'll be telling you more about my Cheltenham, what's going to be happening and what I'm going to be giving you in the next few days and weeks ahead. But in the meantime, number 2, it's called What Could Have Been, and it's in the 240 at Fairyhouse. No prices are out for this 11-runner handicap hurdle as yet. However, I do believe that Jarlath P. Fahy, who trains this horse, could have about an 8 to 1 winner on his hands. I think she's got a good chance. She's a lovely mare. She's got good form to recommend it. I thought that the jockey A.P. Kelly, who rode it last time out, didn't ride the best race of all times, and went really a little bit with a choke out and was probably overrunning or over racing. And I think he'll learn a lot from that, and this race is worth £21,000, so it's a good prize money, a good kitty. And I think Jarlath P. Fahy, no relation to Richard Fahy, of course, the great Midland trainer, or Moulton trainer I should say, but Jarlath P. Fahy's had 26 winners from 300 odd rides, 300 odd runners, which is pretty cool as well. Not one of the biggest stables in Ireland, but a person who knows the time of day. And I think this will run a big race, they really do. Runs off a mark of 129, and that's a very, very lenient mark in my mind. It's number 2 anyway. I'm not going to go into too much detail, so I've got 4 other horses to talk to you about. It's called What Could Have Been, and I think it's got a great chance. I really do, and the ground won't be a problem. Heavy ground, goes on the ground and ticks all the boxes. I think it's got a really good chance. I say last time out when it raced at Wexford under the same jockey, just a bit over raced really, so I'm going to forget that run and give it a really good chance. Hasn't ran since November, but as I say, Jarlath P. Farry, a pretty good trainer, pretty shrewd trainer. I think he's got this one bang on for a £21,000 race. He'll have it dead on, and I think it's got a really good chance. They're going to go lickety split. They're going to really, really go fast in this race. There's a strong pace expected, and that's going to suit this mare as well. So there we go. It's the first bet of the day. No conferring, as the old Samba Bamba Gascoigne. Remember him, Bamba Gascoigne? No, no conferring. Number 2, What Could Have Been. Anyway, 240 Fairy House. Good price that. I think it'll be 8, might be 10 to 1. So it's certainly worth a flutter each way in my opinion. Right, let's move forward, shall we? Swiftly, and go to my first and only win bet of the day. Not very often I have a win bet, I say, because most of my horses are big prices, round about 7, 8, or even averaging bigger than that, 10 to 1. So I'm just going to say that I do think this horse is a horse to follow for the future, and I do like it an awful lot. Runs in the 308 at Chepstow. Not 208, that was the old Radio Luxembourg, wasn't it? 208, Radio Luxembourg, not off. 308, Chepstow. Number 2, Walking on Air, trained by the great Nicky Henderson, ridden by James Bowen. I've had a massive word for this horse, and it's an outstanding word as well from a person who's rarely wrong. So I hope they're not really wrong tomorrow. Number 2, Walking on Air, trained by Henderson, ridden by James Bowen, runs off a mark of 139, which is only £1 more than running last time up, when off the track for about 7 months and reappeared at Newbury in a 0 to 140. That was a really good run. It really was. And I think this horse is going to take a lot of beating. It's got the stamp and grand stamp of a chaser, so it's going to make a chaser in course, but no question. This horse actually finished 5th of 23 at Cheltenham last year. Talking about Cheltenham, I tipped a horse last year, a horse called Good Time Johnny, and it was backed, I think it was trained by Tony Martin, and we backed it from 25s into 10s, and it duly won, the per temps final. And this horse came 5th that day and ran well, only got beat 4 lengths, but Good Time Johnny was my nap. One of my big handicap winners, and you can read them all below, also on my website, and hundreds of people were on that, and that was a big gamble for Tony Martin, and Good Time Johnny did the business, and Walking on Air ran well though, come 5th. So I think Walking on Air is the one to be on, only £1 more than last time, and when it ran in that per temps, it was off 138. It's off 139 now, so it's only £1 more. So it carries my vote, and I'm not messing around. I'm going for it straight on the nose to win. Job done, bang. And I think it will. That's a sizzler if ever there was one. Good horse that, and improving, but we'll go on to make a fantastic chaser, and we'll surely win loads and loads of races on that format as well. Okay, so moving across now to Kempton Park. I'm just looking where to go next. I've got 3 more to go. We've got 2 at Chelmsford, big prices, 7s and 10s, and 1 at Kempton. I'm going to take you to the 1 at Kempton for the 337. So if you've got that, the 337. Now it's a 12 runner race. It's the Coral Trophy Handicap Chase. Now it's the big price one again. It's a big race, 85 grand in prize money. So they'll all be up for it, and it's a very difficult race to win, that's for sure. But there's a horse here that I know is pretty unexposed, and it's got a lot of mileage still left in the tank, and I think it's going to take a lot of beating at a good price. It's around about 8 to 1 in the early bird prices. It's number 8. It's called Bow to Greatness. Bow to Greatness, trained by Ben Pauling, who's having a fantastic time of things, Ben, and ridden by Ben Jones. So the two Bens are combining for this one. Ben Pauling, I think, I'm just looking, 3 out of his last 6 horses have won. So he's in absolutely top fettle. His horses are running great. 59 winners this year, striking at 18%. So Bow to Greatness, although hasn't got the form on paper, it seems, 235 pulled up, 0-2, P5. But, and it's a big but, it needed the run last time up at Cheltenham, and it's spot on, I'm told, for this. Needed the run last time up. It raced off a mark of 135. It's been dropped £2 by the assessor, and comes into this race, this, well, Grade 1 Premier Handicap, quite fresh. And I think that's a really important thing. It's only had 2 runs in the last sort of 2 months, and before that it was off at Aintree, from April, where it finished 2nd and 15 at Aintree in a Premier Handicap there as well. I think this one's a really, really interesting horse, and I'll be really disappointed if it doesn't frame, and I think it can definitely win. I know it can definitely win, but I'll be disappointed if it doesn't frame. He's done well here, Ben. He's got the horse handicapped well, 133. The horse is fresh. He's banging form, Pauling. He's got everything going for it. I think this horse is something to bet on tomorrow in this £85,000 big race, the Premier Handicap Chase. All right, so that's the third bet of day, 3:35 at Kempton. Not probably the most popular of choices for the pundits, because it doesn't look like it's got much form, but it has got a lot of form to its name. Needed the run last time up. That was at Cheltenham behind a horse called Ginny's Destiny, and just needed the run, and the jockey wasn't too hard on it, Ben Jones, at all. Gave it a considerate ride, and now it's got a great chance. Ben Jones, incidentally, has rode it the last 3 times it's run, and Ben rides again tomorrow, and good luck to him on that one. I think he's had 5 winners, Ben Jones, out of his last 10 rides. So, although, again, excuse me, I know a lot of people probably haven't even heard of him, but that's, you know, unfashionable jockeys are still really good. 5 out of the last 10 rides, Ben Jones won. And Ben Pauling, make no mistake, wouldn't put him up unless he was the business. And he is the business for, to me, tomorrow, to win on Bow to Greatness, number 8, which runs in the 3:37 at Kempton Park. Well, I hope you're enjoying the broadcast, telecast, videocast, whichever way you want to call it. I've got 2 more to give you. One's at Chelmsford, about a 10-1 chance, and the other one's about a 7-1 chance, 8-1, so about 100-1 double these per pair on the All-Weather at Chelmsford. So onward and upward, I'll give you these 2 now. And then I'll be back to you, God willing, we'll all be back, and that's at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, and that'll be for Sunday's racing. Now, talking about Sunday's racing, I've already got one big mention of a horse at Naas. Now, normally, I probably won't put this on this channel, but I'm gonna treat you, and I'm gonna put it on this channel tomorrow night. A horse at Naas. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be a big gamble. I really do. And I'll tell you all about it tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So don't be late. Make sure you're on that one at Naas. As you well know, I've tipped an absolute massive amount of winners over in Ireland, and some huge winners, 20-1, 33-1, 16-1, all in handicaps. And I have a very high strike rate on these horses, and average price around about 10-1 my Irish bets. So don't miss that one. I'm going to treat you. I'm going to give it you for 0. I'm going to give it for nothing. And that will be tomorrow night. Remember, for the following day, which is, it'll be for Naas on Sunday. All right, so don't worry about that. All right, stay bright, as they say. Okay, let's go then to the 4. Let me just turn and make sure I've got this right here, because when you get to my age, you can't remember yesterday. You can't remember 5 minutes ago, can you? But in the 4:18 anyway at Chelmsford, here's an interesting horse. Whatever you do, don't miss this one. The 4:18. It's not the 4:18 at all, is it? I'm losing my plot here. I told you, didn't I? I told you. It's the 4:18 at Chepstow, not Chelmsford. So I've got hieroglyphs. Let me show you what's going on here. Why I don't know. It's just, that's me. That's my crib sheet. That's my crib sheet. It's just hieroglyphics. If you took that to the chemist, they'd probably give you 30 tablets and say, don't come back till it's all cleared up. You know what I mean? And that's what I've got here. I can't read my own writing, and that's the truth. I've got it now for you. Number 3, it's called Concrete King. My preparation is rubbish, isn't it? But I'm natural with you. I'm just doing what's coming into my head. Obviously, I tip a lot of winners. Obviously, I pick a lot of winners. But it's me talking to you. It's not rehearsed. It's just live. I do 1 take if I can. Sometimes it takes 30 takes if it's a complete bad day. But at the moment, I'm on the Vimto. Look, so we're safe. I'm on the Vimto. And the Vimto, as you well know, is as good as the Dandelion and Burdock. The Vimto, sparkling 0. That's what we want off those bookmakers tomorrow. 0. We want the winners. They can have 0. Right, number 3 anyway, come on. Concrete King. Now, this is a big one, this. It's around about 10 to 1. It's trained by Neil Mulholland and ridden by Brian Carver. Sounds like someone out the Carry On film, doesn't it? Dr. Carver. Stop messing about. No, it does sound like that, but actually Brian's a good jockey. Of course he is. Of course he is. Of course, a horse. 17 winners this year, Brian, going along very nicely indeed. And Neil Mulholland, another very, very top trained indeed, 34 winners. So between them, they've had 51 winks at the judge. Let's hope they can make it 52 with number 3, Concrete King. It's had a couple of problems jumping round in the last 2 outings at Taunton and Southwell, but I've reason to believe that that's been cleared up and everything's ready to go tomorrow. Runs off a mark of 88 in a 0 to 100 race. And I think that's the icing on the cake, I really do. I think it's got a great chance. I'm going to forgive its last 2 runs where it didn't jump very well. I think this will be a lot better, I really do, and I'm on it each way. It's about a 10 to 1 chance. I say it's got good form to its name, especially on the ground, soft and heavy ground. And over 3 1/4 miles, you know, the jumping shouldn't be a problem because they're going to go slow as a coach. I mean, they really are going to go really slow, really slow. So I think that this horse, Concrete King, is going to be very much at home for jumping round here, all right. So it's going to be a very weak pace. And Concrete King just, you know, I think Brian Carver could just pick him up and take him over the fences. And if that's the case, I think it's got a great chance. I really do. And where's the tongue tie and also the cheek pieces and Uncle Tom Cobley and all. But it's off a mark of 88. Now that's a good mark, and it's a good mark, and it's got a great chance off that mark. It was highly rated, as much as 96 back in October. So it's come down considerably now, £8 or something, half a stone. So it is ready. And it's just when everything's ready to make it happen. And I think tomorrow could be the day. Number 3, Concrete King. Should be a good price as well. It's not won. It's a maiden handicap chaser. And it's never won a chase ever. And it's never won a hurdle race. So let's just put it like this. It's 10 years old and never won a race. So can it win? Well, all we can do is pray to the gods of teletext here. But it looks like the race could be set up for it. And I think every dog or every horse has its day. And hopefully Brian Carver and Neil Mulholland will win with number 3, Concrete King. Big price. With 8 runners, the dead 8 go to post. Looks a cast iron each way bet. And with conditions in its favour, that'll do me, and hopefully that will do you. One more to give you. You've had what could have been in the 240 at Fairyhouse for the Irish boys there. For Jarlath P. Fahey, opportunity knocks. Good chance, that one. You've also had Walk On the Air. I love that horse, 308 at Chepstow. As I say, it finished 5th behind my big horse there, the old Johnny Come Home at Chepstow last year. At Cheltenham. Cheltenham last year, Chepstow. Love Chepstow. Love Chepstow. You've had Concrete King just now, haven't you? And you've had Bow to Greatness as well, which leaves one horse to go, and it's a big one. And this one is at Chelmsford. This one is at Chelmsford, and I've got my mathematics right here. It's in the 550. So I'm going to give you this now, and then don't forget, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We're frying tomorrow night. We are frying tomorrow night for a wonderful gamble at Nace, which I'm going to tell you all about tomorrow. And also I'll be talking soon about Cheltenham, what I'm going to be doing there. Already my private members, and there are a lot of them, are having a marquee card for the whole 4 days, 28 races. And they've got that all in their bag. They're all in there. They're all in. They're all locked in watertight. And I had some huge winners last year at Cheltenham. I really did. And I'm looking to even better that this year. It's going to be great. And a lot of members won a lot of money last year. They really did. But that's last year. Watch tomorrow is Saturday the 24th of February. I'll give you 4 horses. And now it's time for me to shut up and give you the final bet of the day. Seriously, I want to thank you ever so much for making a date with me today and every day. 1,500 views almost every day. I've only been back 3 days and I've took nearly 5,000 views already. Can't thank you enough. You know, it's a great thing, but also the thumbs up means a lot, shows you care as well. And spreading the love, as they say. And I'm here free of charge to help you, and I'm doing everything I can to do just that. Let's go to the 550 at Chelmsford. And a very interesting race here. It's a fillies handicap. 8 runners, the dead 8 go to post once again. And there's one horse I'm interested in here. It's got 0, 0, 0 as its figures. 0, 0, 0. Now, the horse is trained by Rod Millman and ridden by Jack Gilligan, who doesn't seem such a fashionable combination, but Millman's in great shape. He's had 3 winners out of his last 10 goes. So his horses are running great, Rod Millman, and I think this one could wink at the judge. It's number 5. It's called Runaround Sioux. Used to be a record, didn't it? Dion and Belmont's, I think, Runaround Sioux, but this one's like Sioux the Red Indian, not the name of the girl, S-U-E, Sioux, S-I-O-U-X. But I love this filly, Runaround Sioux. I think she's got an outstanding chance. She's had 3 goes to get a handicap mark, 18 to 1, 12 to 1 and 40 to 1, and not been sighted with a Druddle Bank telescope as yet. She come 5th of 10 at Newbury, 6th of 9th at Kempton, 6th of 8 at Chelmsford. Meaningless, I say meaningless. She's got a great handicap mark, a mark of 64, and I think this horse has got a lot of potential. I really do. I think she's a very, very interesting filly. I think she's been certainly brought along patiently with these sort of races in mind. She ran at Newbury last year on the 7th of June, and then she had 2 quick runs at Kempton and Chelmsford. And now it's her day. Can she make it her wedding day tomorrow? I hope so. Runaround Sioux, number 5. It is number 5. 8 runners, the dead 8 in the 550 at Chelmsford. Not at not at Cheltenham, and not anywhere else. Right, that's it. It's been a long message. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thumbs up, boys and girls, and God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And it's going to be frying tomorrow night for Nace on Sunday with a wholesale gamble that could rip the bookies to pieces.